From the phone. All right, let me copy this link. Edit. Whoops. Dude, I always fat finger everything. So this new keyword, I got it for Christmas and I still haven't adjusted to it.
Yeah,
it's like ugh. This mouse is the best pickup, in my opinion.
What is it?
The super light, what's the brand called? Logitech.
Oh, Logitech.
Mm-hmm. From the throne to we're getting some volatility this morning. Holy. Yeah, take two. Latency should be better. Let's see. All right, we're 2 seconds behind. That's perfect.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. What up, gang? How's it going?
How do I change like the screen sharing orientation? Do you know?
What do you mean? What
like,
is it?
How do I make it so that this one's like low and this one's high?
Oh, so go to displays.
Yep.
Are you on there?
Mm-hmm.
Arrange in the top right there. There you go. And then, yep. Okay. Clutch. All right, we back. Let's ride. Hold on. Little Zinatino, get the head bumping. What do you have in your drink, boy?
Airborne.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
For sickness?
I always blast those when I fly.
Travel. I need to do that to Dubai and Singapore because every time I'm either sick right after or something.
It's because of all the foreign contaminants that you don't like.
No, it's legit. Like, it's bad. Every time I fly, and then Jimmy, every time he flies, he gets sick. Every time. In Singapore, he's sicker than a dog. Like, same stuff.
Yeah, luckily I was sick like Friday, so I got it done with.
This was a good short. I'm gonna be honest.
What are you on?
Yeah, I'm on ETH. I wish I would have snagged it, if I'm being completely honest. Mm-hmm. We did just set equal lows, which is nice. Oh, we're instantly diddying down again. Interesting. Let me sign in to my BitUnix on here. Okay. Very volatile morning. Oh, I was like, what the frick? I was like, this chart does not look the same. Okay, there we go. Very volatile morning so far. Not gonna lie. Very volatile. We're getting some big moves, some Diddy moves. Oh, yeah, that's what I need to do to sign in. I love that they added this feature.
Yeah.
Bing bop boom bop bing bop boom. Oh my gosh, I hated it. What up, y'all? What up? What's going on, fam? What's going on?
YouTube. Nice.
What? There. Where do I? How do I? Frick, I am a newbie. The frick. There's like a. Before I had like a little chat here showing me everything. How do you add a tool? I need give me a minute, guys. Sorry. No.
Tools in the menu up there.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, what the frick? It should be in there. You guys hear everything good? Good morning, Pam. How's it going? Perfect. Awesome. Day 2 on. I think we possibly just missed a good short. I'm gonna be honest. I think this could dump pretty nicely. We're setting equal lows on this 1 minute. Or I mean on the 5 minute. I want us to see us sweep this level, to be honest, for sure. Right now, I'm kind of just waiting for this 90 minute to close. We got 20 more minutes just to look for some added liquidity into the market is kind of what I'm waiting on. And that's about it. That dog is so doomed. You don't hear that in the live every time? Every time someone gets here, he does that crap. Okay, any questions you guys have? We can jump into some education, you know, while we're waiting for a setup to happen, while we're kind of sitting on our hands today and just waiting. Any questions you guys have? Throw them in the chat. This is the short I wish, whoops, wrong chart. This is the short I was looking at and kind of wish now, obviously, we would have taken. Is right in here. Risking outside of that. Sorry, I was just getting a text. Risking outside of that, targeting these lows here, right? I'd already be averaging out of this position. And that's kind of it. For right now. Okay, I see the questions. Hold on, let me get to those questions in a minute.
Echo said BitUnix added alerts.
Oh, sick. That's kind of sick.
W.
What?
If my screen wasn't already delayed enough.
It's now mega delayed.
It's worse now.
Up there it is.
Well, even on my actual
Why is that? Forced reset it, maybe. I'd restart your laptop, to be honest. That's borderline unusable.
My poor laptop.
From the throne. All right. I'm struggling with identify key areas of it, filtering out the noise. How do you do that? Okay. So key areas aren't as huge. Just being honest, I don't use them that much. It's more for my swing trading and just overall analysis. So if we go to like this 90-minute chart, right? And actually, let's go to the 6-hour chart. You can see there's levels that price respects and rejects, right? Let me do this. I almost need a 3-day time. No, we're gonna do the 6. We're gonna do the 6-hour. So we can see right here's a key level right off the rip, right here. We can see this is a key level. Why? Every time we get to this level, we have a strong rejection off of it. Then when we finally break above this level, we're getting bounces off. Now we're getting support off of it. Then we break below it again. Then we're rejecting off it again. So this is a key level. Key levels are ranges. They're not exact pinpoint lines, but you can just see it has multiple touch points. Then when we break above it, it now becomes support. When we break below it, it now becomes resistance. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So this is just one key level that I can see on the chart really quick just to kind of help explain it. They're not that serious. I'm going to be honest with you. They're really not. I don't use them that much. Like, just being honest, I don't. From the throne to the cross. These are some really big candles. Did you restart it? You can also go on my laptop if you want. My laptop's quick. Dummy quick. Okay. So you're looking at that uptrend, of course. Arc setup. Yeah, so it's the arc setup. Now, one thing I will say is this didn't really have a crazy trend line. I wasn't really watching the trend line. What I was watching is just how price is reacting, right? Reacting from levels. And it looks like on this trade, we would be almost hitting full TP already, which is sick. Okay, sorry. I was replying to a text. How do you feel about leverage and how to actually place trades on Phoenix would be dope? Yes, absolutely. So first, let me kind of go over this top question that I was just reading before. Okay. Oh yeah, about the arc setup. So yes, there is a trend line, right? I'm more just reading price. So if we scale out here, we look at the 90-minute, we get an open high, we get a push down, right? And this is something we're going to be teaching here shortly with the 90-minute of using it in specific time frames. That's actually the wrong time frame. 90-minute. There we go. We get an open high and then a rejection. So all that's showing us is we failed to push higher on a larger time frame, right? So once we get that and we see that we swept liquidity, right, on some lower time frames, we swept out this internal liquidity. We're still holding this large bearish fair value gap that we have on the 5-minute. I'm then going to move over and look, okay, we do have a trend line on the 5-minute. So that is an added confluence that we have, right? We have a trend line. We get our break of the trend line. But screw the trend line, right? Let's just delete the trend line for right now. What it's showing us is we're moving up, sweeping out internal liquidity, rejecting, failing to take highs, and then we get a huge change in state candle on the 5-minute, the 1-minute, all of the above, right? So then we're looking for that retracement back up into these zones, risking outside of them for our short. And then you can see there's a large 5-minute gap. So then I'm going to step down to the 1-minute and find one that I would be comfortably adding in, which would be this 1-minute fair value gap right here. So this is the one that we added in, or would add in. I missed it, but would add in. Then we get our sell off, right? So just added information is like, don't put so much emphasis on your trend lines. Just read price, read what price is telling you, and then every other confluence is right. So we get our change in state, we get a huge Diddy candle, retap into it, short, boom. Okay. Now higher time frame was telling us exactly that, right? It was all priming for a short, especially on the 90-minute. We get a close, open higher, we fail to push higher, we instantly reject down here on the 90-minute, pull back up to it, flush, right? So it's all just the same setup almost every single day. Now, what made me want to go short? Well, if you look, we're building good bullish price action. Then we get a big move, a decent move down, big move down, right? This is showing price wants to separate from where it's at. We also have the 20 EMA. We're also in a 5-minute fair value gap to the bear side. So there's a lot of confluence pushing this down. So that's why, yeah, and a lower high before the dump, another lower high. That's where we're going short. Boom, plays out, right? Every time. I mean, it's so consistent. From the throne.
Whoa.
I'm going to wait for another 13 minutes before I look to take a trade. I'm waiting for this 90-minute to close. Okay. Okay. Go to the general chat here. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, crazy dump session for sure. And then we're getting some liquidity off of that. So I'm going to delete this because we never took that trade. So I don't want to give false expectations. Top fans.
Oh, and then Nate.
See what that did.
Nate Johnston was asking about leverage and stuff.
Oh, yes. Good. Good luck. We have 3 people in here. Is that right? How do I see how many viewers we have? Oh, analytics. 16. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Okay. Yes, about leverage in BitUnix. Let me make sure I don't have anything on here that
Dang, Rip Short.
Yeah. I mean, it played out.
Yeah.
Now I just want to kind of wait this 10-minute period and just see what we can get. Oh, frick, I always do that. So on BitUnix, what I do is your leverage really doesn't matter. I'm going to be honest. How you determine your position size is all based off of LOL 16. No? I'm confused. Okay. Leverage, right? Let's talk leverage for a minute. So with leverage, your leverage really doesn't matter because your risk should never change depending on your leverage, right? So I have a risk formula that I use, and let me pull it up and I'll send it here in the chat, is how to determine your position sizing. So it's determining your leverage and your margin of your account, right? So that's what we're looking at to determine our position size. Your risk shouldn't change every single trade. It shouldn't. Your risk should stay the same every single time, right? So I know Jimmy actually threw it in the chat last night. Or no, it was the mastermind chat. Let me find it. He threw it right here. Yep, there it is. Copy link. Okay. I'm going to throw this in the YouTube chat. This is going to help you determine your leverage and your position sizing to make sure that you're risking the same amount every single trade. All right, there's a math equation in there that you can do. And I'll actually pull it up on stream for you guys just to kind of give you an overview of kind of how I determine is you're going to determine your risk amount first. So let's say it is $50 right here. I'm risking $50 on every trade, let's say. And the distance between their entry and your stop loss is 0.25, right? So you're going to take the difference between those two. Then your position sizing. You're going to take 50, which is how much you want to risk, divided by the difference between your entry and stop loss, which in this equation is 0.25. So divided by 0.25, you're going to buy 200 coins, right? 200 shares, which is 200 coins of that, okay? So that means if you lose a trade, you're only losing $50. So whatever leverage you have to put on with whatever margin is to give you 200 shares, if this is your risk and this is the difference between your stop loss and your entry, then that is what you would be going in. So it's position size, risk amount, right? So your position size, risk amount divided by entry price, right? No, wait, that's not right. Wait, I'm tripping. Hold on. I'm mega tripping.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Position size equals risk amount divided by entry price. Yeah. So that's why it's backed up. Yeah, the difference. So position size equals risk amount. So $50 divided by your entry, the difference between your entry and stop loss. That's pretty it. All right. I was kind of all over the place there. It's early in the morning. All right. Give me a break. Brain is not functioning this morning. It is not functioning. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. That's another good way of doing it right there. Hopefully, did that make sense to whoever asked that question? I possibly could have butchered that, but hey, if you understood it, that's a dub.
I think this too.
Hmm.
I think the tool, you can actually do it in the tool as well.
Can you?
So if, say I wanted to enter here and put my stop down here,
Yeah.
if you double click on the long or the short box that you have and you open up like the settings like this,
Yeah.
you can enter in how much you want to risk. And then
It tells you position
it'll
sizing.
change the quantity right here.
All right, let's say this is what Drake's telling me.
I don't know if this is true.
You can use this settings risk. Let's say we want to risk $100, not percent. USDT. Okay, $1,000. Let's say we want to risk $1,000. Entry price there. Text price. Where is it showing quantity?
So hit OK now. And then in the red words, yep, it'll say
Quantity 109 ETH. If I wanted to risk $1,000 there. So yeah, I guess you could do it that way too. Perfect. Why is this? Oh my gosh, I don't even have this on live. I was like, what the frick? Okay. Oh man, this short, guys. This short would have printed. Look at that. This was that short position we wanted, and I missed. Probably have it at the wicks there, I believe, and then TPing down here. Would you? Okay, actually, I'll go let him in. If you see something, just let him know he wants up here. All right, I'm coming, buddy. What up? All right, I'm back. Let's ride. Wow. Oh my short. Oh my short. That would have been disgusting.
We're about to hit a nice hourly low.
Yeah, holy. That was the short of the day, folks. That was the short of the day.
Remember when we got on right here and you were like, holy U-shape.
Yeah, and I was like, holy you, like we're pumping, and then it was whoosh. That's why I didn't take it. I didn't love it. Cool. Any other questions, guys? Oh my gosh. Some days trading is so frustrating. Cause it's like, dude, I saw this setting up. I knew we wanted to go short. I knew we wanted to go short. Did I take it? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Do you ever leave super small runners for the dream? Absolutely. Yeah. Like so my last portion of my trade, let's say it's 10%, right? And let's say I took this and this was my final TP right here. My final TP, I'll still leave a 10% of my position to just run with a trailing stop. I will never fully close a trade. I always let it either hit my trailing stop the last 5%. It could be the last 5% for all I care. Like last 5%. Like either is going to hit my trailing stop or going to just absolutely flush and hit a crazy TP like down to here. I might set it just to see. So my last percent will always either stop me out or hit a crazy final TP, which is like a 5%. There's an occasion time where I'll be like, or on the occasion I will just take all off. But most of the time, if I see it setting up on higher time frame for a wicked play, like I'll set a crazy TP for my last like 5% of my position, and then I'll just keep trailing my stop loss. Okay.
We just swept those lows down
All
there.
right, I'm going to. How do you turn off notifications? I think it's in here. There it is. Do not disturb. Okay. Yes, we did. Yeah. And we get a new open in about 2 minutes. Why did it keep going off of live? It's so annoying.
Did you explain why you look at the 90-minute?
Oh, no. I didn't see that. Why do you look at the 90-minute versus hourly? So it's the crypto fractals, right? So the hourly would make more sense for markets that are open 24/5, right? So 5 days a week, 24/7, like futures, but crypto's open 24/7. So that's why I learned just recently that you have to look at different time frames for crypto, like the 90-minute, the 3 hour, 6 hour, the 3 day, right? So those are the ones that I use now majority of the time. So the 90 minutes just like your hourly, the 3 hours like your 4 hour, 6 hours kind of like your mix between your 4 hour and daily. That's kind of why I've been looking at the 90-minute, and honestly is what has been helping me absolutely crush it this February. You know, I turned a $500 account to 25,000. So in the matter of what did we did? We said 4 days, 4 or 5.
You said it was Thursday?
Yeah,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That was 3 days last night.
3 days. Yeah, 3 days. And I'll give myself 4 days because I took trades Monday too. So 4 days to get that. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's really helped me. This is majority of what has helped me have a better read on the market because of how crypto fractals work, right? So you have to, always, how do you add the different time intervals like that on TradingView? So you're going to go up to your intervals right here. You're going to hit the drop down. If you're on phone, just tap the time button down there. And then you're going to add custom interval, 90-minute, 3 hour, 6 hour, whatever you want. I think the 90 minutes is the only one you have to actually add. Whoops. I hate when I do that, bro. I always change the wrong one. Yeah, this short printed. Absolutely print sesh. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Look at the 3-second and 6-second.
Okay. What have those higher time frames helped you with? Looking when to trade and when not to trade. Being honest, it's really helped me understand time fractals of when to trade and when not to trade, and that's really kind of it. So mainly, I'm looking to trade at the ends of the end and beginning of the 90-minute closes because that's where a lot of volatility. That's crazy.
Nice.
That's crazy. Volatility comes in, right? So I'm looking for the candle closes, candle opens of these because this is where we get a lot of volatility. Now, am I going to be taking a short right here just because we have this? No, I'm not. I'm still waiting for my setup to set up. I'm just knowing when to look for it to set up and when not to. And again, we're going to be covering this here shortly. I'm actually going to message. Yeah, volatility and just liquidity for sure. Those are the two that I really like to look at those higher time frames for. But it really helps me understand when to trade and when not to trade. And that's been the huge key for me specifically. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Can you please 9 minute, 3 hour, and what was the last one? So the 90 minute, the 3 hour, and then the 6 hour. Those are the ones I use specifically. And then for you gold members, we are going to be teaching that in the boot camp this week. So I'm having
inverse this 5-second gap. I'm going to enter full forward longs.
I have someone coming in to teach a lesson. Specifically, he trades with just time fractals, and we have the same entries and the same exits, but he trades different confluences with just time fractals, right? So that's really what opened my eyes to time fractals. So I'm gonna have him come in and lead a lesson on it, like why they exist, how we can use them for our benefit, to learn when to trade, when not to trade, what they mean, so you can have an understanding, and then you guys will be able to use them for yourself.
This is low-key looking good right here.
Yeah, we did just sweep a lot of liquidity. We're also in a 90-minute. We kind of inversed it. That's the only problem, this 90-minute gap. But we're getting that liquidity, right? And then if we can inverse this 5-minute, that would tell me a lot, to be honest. If we can inverse that 5-minute, we're chilling. All good, bro. We're gonna run more. I'm gonna be honest with you. This year, I'm feeling very hungry to help people. Like, I'm always hungry to help people, but this year I'm feeling extremely hungry. I was just talking to Drake about it a couple weeks ago, but like, I think we'll run another one later this year. On average, we run one a year, and then on occasion, in the last 5 years, I've ran a couple. I've ran 2 in 1 year. It just really depends on demand, right? I'm not here to just, run as many masterminds for unlimited amounts of money. Like, that's just not what I do. I just turned 500 to 25K in 3 days. Like, I don't need that. So it's more off of demand. If we get enough demand of people wanting to run another one, I'll run another one. If it's worth the time to help as many people as we can, it's worth it, So that's kind of what I go off of specifically. We might be getting a decent long. I'm gonna be honest. We could. I don't know though. I don't love the 90-minute, but again, it might be worth it. It might be worth taking a little stab at her here shortly.
I really wish that candle inversed.
Okay. So, okay. Let me see. Okay. Just joined up, didn't know where. YouTube. Did you take that? I did not take it, but it was beautiful. It's freaking beautiful. Yeah, did you take it, Spurs? Yeah, I know. Question on the fair value gap on the chart. Is there a priority? There must be some bullish, 2 to 4 bearish. Is there a point? Non-relevant. Okay. Yeah, CV Garden, I think you sent me a DM about that a couple days back. And I couldn't figure out which ones you were looking at to inverse specifically. So let me break it down. I think you were looking at the 1 hour, I believe. I think it is, or I'll go to the 3 hour. So it's going to be the most recent. You're always going to be looking at the most recent ones, and then obviously the most recent bearish, most recent bullish, and then the most recent inverse. Like that, you're just going to be looking at the most recent ones to find support and resistance at. You don't really need to look too far back. You can be right here and just look at the most recent moves of where we could find support and where we can find rejection at, right? And then you could zoom out and you can look at untouched gaps, right? So if we come all the way back to here, you can see there's untouched gaps through here that we could want to hit, and that's what we're hitting right now, right? So you just look at the most recent untouched gaps, and that's kind of what gives you the bias and kind of when to look for trades to find support and resistance, right? Does that make sense? Does that answer it? I wouldn't look too far back. And then obviously, once we inverse a bearish gap, well, there we go. We just inverse the most recent bearish gap. And then if we inverse it again, you can kind of just take it off. If we inverse it a couple times, it means that level is invalid now and all the orders were filled. Can you show how Drake did the position sizing on that box again? Yes. Let me do that for you. I do want to look for a potential long here shortly. So let's just act like we're setting this up, right? This isn't valid right now. This is not valid. But let's say we get an entry there. We want to risk outside this 5 minute. And then we're looking to target up to there. You're going to click settings on this indicator. You're going to put your risk amount. Let's say it's $1,000. Or, you know what, easier, we're going to do $500 USDT. So let's say I want to risk $500. You're going to hit OK. You're going to look at quantity. I need to buy 85 ETH. 85 ETH in order to risk that amount at this entry. So I have to get that entry. I have to have this stop loss. And I would be risking $500 if I bought 85 ETH right here, quantity. And you could even just double click on it and see right there. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't have enough steam. Frick, we just closed that 5.
Yeah.
No.
Sherry, if you're in here, we can meet right after the live is done if that works for you. Bumping your comment. Okay, sorry. Let me go back up. Okay, I have fair value gaps marked. Oh wait, yeah, this is it. From the 1 hour, 50 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. I know high time frame is always better, but my chart. So mainly, I don't put on any fair value gaps unless I'm ready to trade, right? So I don't even mark out the higher time frame always. I'm just looking where we could get support and resistance at. So let's say we're in this 90 minute right here. I could see that we may try to find support and get a curl off this, or it could just inverse it, tap back into it, and we can go short again. So mainly I just have the most recent one that I want to be looking at. I only have maybe 2 max, maybe 3 fair value gaps on my screen. You never want to clutter your charts, right? So you're just going to be looking at the most recent ones until we inverse it or bounce off of it. So that's kind of it right now. Drake, if you want to help me take this with her, that'd be gold. What the frick? Yeah, absolutely, guys. T-Mac, did that make sense? Like, you never want to clutter your charts. Dude, for some reason today, I have the biggest brain fog, and I can't tell you why. Like, I have the biggest brain fog on getting my words out about that question or all these questions, but I am trying my best. But you just want to have the most recent one on there and just look for gaps that, like, I don't have anything on the 15 minute. I don't really look at the 15 minute too much. I mean, you can. I wouldn't mark out anything on the 15 minute. I wouldn't even mark out anything on the higher time frame. Just see where your levels are at. See the higher time frame levels that you're watching, and then you know where they're at, right? And then you can see when price gets in them, because you can look at your higher time frame when price gets into them. Then you can start marking out fair value gaps on like the 5 minute and 1 minute. The 1 minute, I barely even really mark them out too much unless it's the one I want to enter in, right? But look at this 5 minute one. You can see we pulled back into it. Now we're getting legs back out of it. And that's kind of it. Does that make sense, T-Mac? If it doesn't, can you does it? If it doesn't, make sure to ask, because I'm all over the place right now and I need a little help from you guys if you guys are understanding it or not, and then ask follow-up questions. Yeah, I don't know why my brain's a little fogged. I even popped a little Zenachino this morning. Didn't work. Didn't work.
Refund.
Yeah, I've returned these. Let's see how the exit meeting is going out there. Dude, I had a weird feeling yesterday that our house was just gonna collapse when they're doing our foundation. I was like, what the frick would we do? Like, low key, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh
boy. Gosh dang, dude, we're gonna dump.
Yeah.
Borderline could have been another short entry, but
And
I
that
didn't
is
want
why
to take
we
that.
wait for the inverse.
Yep.
Sad.
Very sad. I'm gonna play some music. I need some music to get my brain going, maybe. Get my brain a working. I even got up early this morning, bro. Is that loud? Oh, do you want to play music actually? Over there?
Sure.
Can your laptop handle that? Like,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, if it can, that would be perfect, because then they won't hear it.
Oh.
Long-term crypto right now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I'm very confident it'll go back up, right? But as far as long-term going, I'm not really adding anything to my spot begs. Nothing really to long-term quite yet. I want to see, where this kind of goes. Now, it depends on how much money you have too. You could always DCA as it goes down. Dollar cost average, just keep adding as it gets lower and lower, depending on how long you want to hold it for.
My
Oh, that's fine.
wait. We just put in a lower low.
We did just put in a lower low.
Higher low.
Or, yeah, I'm in the dude, my brain. I didn't even think of anything of it because I knew what you're talking about. So we did just put in a higher low. So we'll see. We could possibly inverse this. We could possibly not. We could just be moving up to continue down. We don't know until price tells us what it wants to do. What?
Have you seen that, like, rage baiting your dog?
Oh,
Like,
he's the
almost petting
easiest.
her?
He's the easiest to rage bait.
Puppy.
Hey, stop.
He broke into
Relax.
my room this morning.
Did he really?
Yep.
I'll put
But
something in
somehow
front
the
of your
door
door.
was only like this open. I was like, "How did you get in here?"
Seriously?
He must have like
He probably pushed it really hard,
it.
so then it hit and
Right.
then came back.
What? I'm petting you, bruh.
Bah.
I'm petting you, bruh.
Bah. All right, we're tapping back into this
Got
gap.
anger issues, huh?
So let's see. Let's just see what we can get. I don't know why I marked that out.
10:18. We got 2 minutes.
I don't think we'll inverse it in this 5 minute. If anything, I think it could be the next, unless we get a diddy up, which would be nice.
Diddy up.
It would be nice. Must be nice. Yeah, it looks like we want to hold this gap.
Hey, don't you be doing all that.
Looks like we want to reverse from there. Hey, stop. Luca, stop.
Okay, go lay down. Go.
Luca, go lay down.
He just looked at me like,
I know. He's like, really?
Really, brother?
We're just going to sit on our hands today, guys, waiting for this to either inverse this 5 minute or we don't take anything.
Right, I'm not taking a single trade ever again until this 5 minute gets inversed.
Yeah, this specific one. We'll see, though. Let's see how she sets up. She could be setting up D's, too, so we'll see. A little D's. We swap internal liquidity. We inverse this gap, tap back into it. Boom, we go long. Or we tap back into it, and then it goes short. But we won't know until this is inversed, right?
New Noah Khan. Coming out soon.
Who? Oh, seriously? Yeah. I haven't heard him in a while.
I know, yeah.
It's been a while, actually, since he's came out with something, right?
Right.
So this 5 minute, it did get really soaky out of it, but doesn't mean we can't not break it. So let's see if we get this inverse. Inverse, tap. Go. Hopefully you guys got the memo there. With my beautiful drawing. Bing. Bing bong. Hey, go lay down. Sometimes you gotta be stern with him, because if not, he's like mad annoying. All right, here we go, getting a little push up here. Man, we do not like this gap.
Right.
We do not like this gap, fellas. Okay, at what point is a fair value gap inverse? Just making sure I'm reading inverse correctly. So as soon as a fair value gap, like this one right now is just a standard fair value gap. As soon as we get a close, as soon as we get a 5 minute to close outside of it, so it's whatever time frame you're on. So I'm on the 5 minute right now. As soon as a 5 minute candle closes outside of it, this is now inverse. Now, if I was on the 1 minute, and we can look right here, we have this gap right here, we have a gap on the 1 minute. As soon as it closes outside of it, which would be this candle right here, this little small gap's inversed. But that's not one we're looking at because we're looking at this 5 minute right here. So a 5 minute candle has to close outside of it, which we're going to get here in 2 minutes. It's not completely cooked yet. I'd like to see it on this 5 minute, to be honest. In these next 2 minutes, I'd like to see us inverse this. I think we definitely could. It's going to take a pretty good diddy lag up, though, to do it. There we go. Just like I planned. Maybe. Maybe. We shall see. We need this 1 minute to close up here. For sure. And then if we go back over to the 5 minute, we can see we're getting close to inversing it. We're about halfway through. So this next 1 minute has to pump up. We have to get a pump up and close outside of it if we want anything. And it's not really looking like we want to get that, if I'm being honest. Looks like we want to curl off this to the downside. Does that make sense? Did I answer that question about the fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps? Did you get a good understanding of that? That is a hideous 5 minute candle close. I mean, 2 huge soaks out of it.
Can you solve the Rubik's Cube?
No. Can you?
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah.
I just mess with it. I always do that, like just messing with it.
Let's go. This thing's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, I got it in Dubai from BitUnix. BitUnix. Huge dub, bruv. You can actually solve them.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a little while because the colors are all.
Yeah, they're all jacked up.
Wonky, yeah.
That's insane. So you know the movements of like how to do like every time to get it to where. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That's insane.
So it's an algorithm.
I was trying to figure out the algorithm without even watching a video, and I can solve one whole side. That's all I can do.
So the key to solving the one side is you have to also make that side
line with
with all these too. So like
the cross pattern. Whoa.
Holy beans.
Well, it's safe to say we are wanting to inverse this gap. Oh my goodness.
Hands off of the buy button.
Yes, well, I mean, this kind of took all TPs.
Holy Cuba.
Pumperino. Oh my goodness.
Would we just buy Greenland or something?
Yeah, right? I didn't even get a notification of anything really coming out. Back in Chicago, I love this song. Yo, this candle is disgusting. I'm sorry. I just looked up on my chart and was looking at it again. Dude.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
We just erased
this whole move in one candle.
I
Oh my goodness. Hands off the buy button. Hands off of it.
wonder what the
Nice, bro. Good TP hit. I understand where you added. I was thinking about it myself, honestly, through here. But holy, I did not expect that. I did not expect that. That is insane. That right there is called crazy talk right there.
facts.
When I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. That's actually crazy. I'm in shock right now. We could get a nasty pullback here, but it's not going to be nasty because it's just filling the imbalance.
Yeah.
You take the man out of me. I feel it. The 5-minute closes here in 30 seconds. Yo, that 5 minutes disgustingly huge.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Get out of here, Drake. Well, we had the right idea. All right, we had the right idea.
And that's a win.
And that's a win in my book. The crazy thing is I was watching it. I look back at my phone. I'm like, that's crazy. I look back up. It's like double the size. And I'm like, what the? Like, the frick? Wow, you do almost have that done. You just have the top row left.
I'm getting confused because of the colors. Messing myself up. No, I just ruined it.
Did you?
I just lost this here. Shoot. Okay, so Bitcoin's on the bottom.
Yeah, it is.
Where the heck did the color go? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Wow. Diddy up. If you took a trade there, congratulations. If not, we just sit on our hands.
And if you did, you're a gambler.
Oh, am I, Drake?
Did you take it?
No, but I'm a gambler at heart.
No judgment. I almost took it down. If this came a little bit lower, I was gonna say down here, risking this low here because this low.
Show me again.
I was thinking like
Go to the 5-minute real quick.
Here, like that, right below that low. If this game, you know, if this came a little lower.
Yeah. Go back to the 1 minute. There's one entry that I saw in real time, and I was just like thinking about it.
Is it down here?
Yeah, somewhere there. Yeah.
Because I mean, I was thinking about like this
No,
low.
I think
If
it was
this
this
is the
inverse
low,
right here.
inverse here. Oh yeah.
Straight up.
Would be nice.
Would have been nice. Nice, Orbix. Nice. Nice cock. We only have like a 1 to 2 second delay on this YouTube live, which is really good. Really good. Really, really good. Any questions you guys have? Dude, we just straight diddied through that 5 minute. I'm still just in awe.
You're in awe of the Diddy?
I'm in awe of the Diddy. Diddy awed me.
Whoa.
That sounds so bad.
Bro, what? There we go. Bam.
Nice, dude. Imagine.
I wouldn't care.
No, I'll just do that. It's like my fidget like spinner.
Yeah, yeah.
I always just do it. No, that looks sick now. Drake solved the Rubik's Cube, everybody. Look at the Rubik's Cube. He solved it. He solved it. Next on top. Boom. That looks sick, though. Much better than my, like, randomness with it. Mainly to the 5 minute. I don't really pay too much attention to the 15 minute. If I have too many time frames, too many looking fair value gaps, it allows me to tilt my head more. So I like to kind of keep it simple.
Well.
Welp, that was cool to watch.
Cool PA.
Love that. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap the live up here. Anything that I'm watching, anything you guys have questions, make sure to throw them in the chat. Right, we're here to help as much as we can. We're here to teach a man to fish. So, any questions you guys have, make sure to ask them in the chat. All right, because other people might be having the same questions, and you can learn from their questions and so on. So, make sure to check that out. Also, I'll be in there. And on top of that, kind of what I want to see today, I don't really know, right? I'm too indecisive right now with kind of what I want to see after that move, especially. Mainly, I'll be looking for probably the next 90-minute close to see if we get something out of there. Any liquidity sweeps, anything like that. If I have time, today I'm very busy. If I have time and I'm liking something of like, okay, watching this to be inversed or something, I'm going to throw it in the chat. Again, don't bank on it. Make sure to do your own analysis and everything because I'm on the go a lot today. Drake's in town. We got some fun things planned. We're going to shoot some guns, eat some Chipotle, and then that's pretty much it. Okay, candle needs to close just past the gap to qualify an inverse. Yep, that's correct, Pam. Yep, you crushed that. So that would be an inverse gap. So let me show you here a little bit easier explanation now. So let me delete this one. So we have this 5 minute gap, right? This bearish 5 minute gap. It's not inversed until we get a candle to close outside of it, which this one end up closing way up here. That inverse this gap, right? But realistically, they'll close like somewhere right into here range, you know, outside the gap. That inverses it, and then we could get a tap back into it and then go. But I am not trading this long if it gets all the way back down here, just so everybody's aware. I'm not taking that long again. So we kind of swept all TPs out. Once we sweep all TPs out, we're not wanting to re-enter on the pullback. We just kind of want to close the charts, look for a new trade. That's pretty much it. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be live again tomorrow. So make sure to put it on your calendar. Join up. These lives go crazy. Free education, free everything. And then hopefully we can catch a trade tomorrow. Missed 2 great trades today, obviously. The second one wasn't great. It played out, wasn't great. First one was great. The short would have caught this whole move down. And then the long we almost caught, right? We had the right analysis. That's a dub. We knew kind of what we wanted for it to happen to either push up, and it just pushed up without giving us that pullback. Kind of took out all TPs in 1-minute candle. So not something you can really expect or plan, but love you guys. I will see you guys in the chat, and then I'll be live again tomorrow. Peace out, guys.